You're listening to the 24/7 Trap Radio on Flair TV.
Well, another lackluster show. Shocker, right? Well, how we doing now, everybody? Doing alright? See why we're kind of grainy here already. Yeah, Raw wasn't, it wasn't terrible, I don't think. I don't think it was very good. I don't think it was terrible. Just my opinion, I guess. Well, what do I know? I'm just a guy speaking to the camera. Well, if you're watching, thanks for watching, everybody. This is Jordan from J-Card Wrestling here. I'm not going to be very long tonight. I'm just going to go over what we saw tonight here. For those who are watching for the first time, I do review SmackDown and Raw every week, or at least I try to. For the most part, last week I did not. Just shit got in the way. But this week I should be up for a review for both weeks and for next week, and then hopefully I will be live streaming for Survivor Series, whenever that is. I think it's like 2 weeks from today. Or not today, just 2 weeks from yesterday. So pretty damn fast, so WWE better get their shit together. All the storylines, all the matches basically nailed down here. We're about at 400 views on the channel here, guys. I wish 385 of you would subscribe. But I'll take 4 subs for now. So if you're subbing, thanks, appreciate it. Eventually we'll get up there. Hopefully I'll look back in a year from now. Maybe have a couple hundred, maybe 1,000, I'm lucky. And look at this as a awkward time of my podcasting career, if you will. Well, without further ado here, hang on, I'm sorry. Just fix some stuff here for the stream quality here. It should be fine. I'm not really sure why it shouldn't be fine, but it's telling me it's a little not healthy streaming. Alright, so anyways, we're going to dive into the Raw stream here, guys. So tonight, man, I don't know. It wasn't a terrible show, I don't think. It wasn't very good, but I don't think it was terrible. A lot of people were pissed off about it. I didn't think it was, again, it is what it is. It was a tape show. I mean, how much can you expect a tape show to be But then I say that, and then AJ Styles wins the WWE Championship last year. So, you know. But the show started off with everyone on the ramp and security down the bottom of the ring at the rampway. And we see Baron Corbin come in. And you know the security's there for Braun Strowman because Braun Strowman's ripped his dick off. And he announces about the whole Survivor Series thing. I mean, they weren't fucking waiting. They were waiting. They were wanting to dive in right now and get this ball rolling, and they should be because you know if they don't, you know they have 1 week then. They have 1 week to get their shit together then. So in the opening segment, Baron Corbin announces that there will be a SmackDown vs. Raw 5-on-5, both women and men. I don't know if it's just, I don't think it's for anything. I think it's just for bragging rights, I guess. But they're going to do it. And then so far in the tournament, for the men's side, we have Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. And I think that's it for the most part so far. I don't think they announced anybody. And then later on, there was a match between, well, we'll get to it later, but there was a match later between Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin, who's going to be team captain. They'll get to that, dive in it later. And then out of fucking nowhere, Alexa Bliss has announced that she is the women's captain. And I kind of thought, what? Like, what the fuck? I mean, they're just giving her everything at this point. You know, they're just basically handing her everything. Like, you know what? Here's a recipe of how to be a great superstar. Here's the fucking book. You know? Have at it. And they're just letting her do whatever the fuck she wants. You know? I mean, I'm not saying whatever she wants, but they're basically just they're having her do everything, you know? And I'm okay with it. I like her, but I know a lot of people are pissed about it because she can't wrestle and all of that, and I don't think it's necessarily true, but I mean, I don't hate it. Definitely don't hate it. So it is what it is. And then she said she's watching the women's wrestling matches close for the night, and you know, nothing ever came of it. It was just like I'm watching them close, and then nothing happened. We don't know who the hell's in it. Not to my knowledge, maybe I missed it. But it was kind of like a clusterfuck. So we don't know who it's gonna be. So hopefully tomorrow we'll know about the SmackDown team better than the Raw teams, I guess. So next week they're gonna have to announce who the hell's on it. So it's just kind of lackluster. So then later on, Braun Strowman comes out, marches the ramp, of course, just murders security, comes in, Baron Corbin runs, and for some reason the whole roster just like starts attacking Braun Strowman. I'm like, why have the whole roster attack? Does the whole roster have a beef with Braun Strowman? You know, if anything, I thought they would stop Baron Corbin because they hate him. You know, because they were agreeing with what Kurt Angle was saying earlier. So if you're agreeing with what Kurt Angle said earlier about him being a GM and what he did, what he should have done, what Baron Corbin should have done, you would think you'd be on Kurt Angle's side and you want Baron Corbin out. And by supporting that, you would stop Baron Corbin from running the back and let Braun Strowman have his way with him, if you will. And they did, and they saw him go through. So I thought that was kind of fucking weird. But anyways, the whole entire show, it's just Braun Strowman running around looking for Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin's hiding, and he finally barricades himself in a room, and Baron Corbin breaks out. And then we get to the end of the show, towards the end of the show, where Baron Corbin gets in the limo and or a car of some sort and just takes off, and Braun Strowman's trying to trace him down, but then that's it. And then before that, he said, tell Kurt I have an emergency meeting, but he's facing with Drew McIntyre. And then that was it. So we'll wait till next week, so what happens with that. But you got to think those two are going to have a match or some sort of feud going on later. But then you would think that Elias has some sort of feud with Baron Corbin. So I'm not really sure what the hell's going on with Baron Corbin with his feuds and all that. So it's just kind of all over the place at the moment. But I'm sure the Survivor Series, even I think after the Survivor Series, all that will kind of really take off. I think just kind of playing the seeds for now. But eventually they'll make that ball rolling. So then we move on to the next segment, which is the Riot Squad versus Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Natty, which is the first time I've seen that match ever. And before the match, I guess it was there were spoilers. I didn't read the spoilers because I mean, if I it's not that I don't want to. I guess I just kind of wanted to be surprised. I guess, but I knew I wasn't going to be spoiling much. But apparently this is kind of controversial. About Natty had her dad, who y'all know is Jim Neidhart, had had his glasses, and brought him to the ring. And then when you saw the interview, you thought, I'm wearing my dad's glasses, and you thought, all right, this is gonna come into play in a little bit here. So they had the match for the 1 millionth time, and then towards the end of it, you have Ruby Riott breaking the glass. I think it was Ruby Riott, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was Ruby. Ruby Riott broke the glasses, and then of course Natty just like breaks down and just kind of ignores the match and rushes through the glasses aids, I guess. And then I think the whole thing ended in no contest. I think they both got counted out. I think, yeah, they both got counted out, and then yeah, that was the end of the match. And that was the match that Alexa Bliss saying that she was going to be watching. And I'm not really sure what the hell she was watching, because then there was another match later on, which I'll get to later, with Nia Jax, Tamina, and Ember Moon. You know, this is really only women's segment you had. I mean, what the hell was she watching? I'm not really sure who's going to pick. It's probably going to be Sasha, Bayley, Ember Moon, Nia Jax, and Tamina. Probably. Man, I could put Natty in there. Probably Natty, I guess, in place of Tamina. But, anyways, I'm not really sure. That was, I don't know, it didn't feel organic. It didn't feel like, it was just kind of like the start of a story, and then you're expecting for it, and it never shows up, you know? So, I don't know. So, I guess next week, with the whole Team Captain Raw tag, the Raw team, both on next week, I guess. I mean, God, we have to. The fucking Survivor Series is next week. So, anyways, I'm tired of fucking seeing matching. I'm tired of seeing the same fucking matches every week. Every fucking week. It was always the Shield versus, holy fuck, Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler, and Braun Strowman. It was always Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley, or Bobby Lashley versus Elias. And it's always these three girls, Riott Squad versus Sasha, Bayley, and Natty. It's the same thing every fucking week, man. Every fucking week. Just something else, man. For God's sake, something fucking else. I mean, goddamn, man. Moving on here. Apollo Crews beats Jinder Mahal. Who the fuck cares? Apollo Crews just beat a former world champion. Former world champion. Think that in mind. Apollo Crews, of all people, just beat a former world champion. I know it's Jinder Mahal, but it doesn't matter. He's a former world champion. Makes me wonder if they're going to start pushing Apollo a little more to like a mid-card, like an Intercontinental title area, like kind of like Elias, kind of mid-card area. I mean, I wouldn't mind him. I kind of like Apollo, but I can't see him there though. I mean, WWE's going to have to convince me that he's a contender for that, and I'm not convinced yet. But I can see it, but I'm not convinced yet. So that happens, and then we'll see what happens on with Apollo Crews. I mean, that could be it. Jinder Mahal is just buried. I mean, they literally just took a fucking backhoe and just buried him with 10 feet of dirt. He's buried, man. I don't think he's done to the company, but he's not going anywhere. He's not going up. He's just gonna go down, down, down. So, moving on here, we got fucking Seth Rollins coming out top of the hour. Still wondering about Dean Ambrose and all that, and then Baron Corbin comes out, still hiding from Braun Strowman, and says, "You're going to be in a tag team match with AOP." Well, he says with these people, but it's AOP, and we all fucking knew it was. And it's going to be a handicap, and whether Dean Ambrose comes out helps or not is up to him, and he never did. It was actually a pretty good match. I thought actually Seth had it in the bag, but then I thought, you know, if there's any time to take it off of them, it's right now, and because I don't want to do it. The next pay-per-view, but after the next pay-per-view, Seth Rollins is probably gonna have to defend both titles. You can't do that. You can't do it Survivor Series. You had the 5-on-5, and you know he's probably gonna be in that. Well, actually, I take it back. No, I'm sorry. He's gonna be with Shinsuke Nakamura. Duh, fucking me. But then if he didn't lose the tag belts, it would have had to been the Raw Tag Team Champions, if it's SmackDown Tag Team Champion. So Seth Rollins would have done double duty. So you can't really have that. I think it's probably hadn't done before, but you can't have that. You just can't. So then AOP just barely beats. Actually, it was barely. It was barely beats Seth Rollins. Powerbomb 1, 2, 3, and that was it. AOP's new tag team champions for Raw, and then I believe it's gonna be them versus the Bar. Yeah, the Bar. Yeah, the Bar. Actually, that'd be kind of a good match. So far, the Survivor Series card looks kind of stacked. But there you have it, man. They're probably gonna hold that. I bet you they'll hold that until. I bet you they'll hold it for a while. If not the Rumble, definitely Mania. They're gonna hold it the rest of the year. I think. I can't imagine them going into the December pay-per-view, which is I don't know what the hell it is. Wish it was Armageddon. That'd be kind of cool. But they won't drop it. They won't drop it until after the New Year. I guarantee it. They're gonna have them hold it for a while. So we'll see what happens with that. And then Ziggler comes out. Next segment, Ziggler comes out, starts running his fucking mouth about Shane McMahon and all that. And I'm sure we're gonna answer for that tomorrow night in SmackDown. By the way, I will be doing a review for that tomorrow night. I will not be live streaming, but I will be reviewing it. So I'm sure we're gonna answer for that. So check back here tomorrow night. I will be I don't know if I'm live streaming, but I definitely review it. But anyways, Dolph Ziggler comes out, runs his mouth out. He should have won it, and blah blah blah. And then you hear the guitar chord, the E minor chord. Sorry, music nerd. Check my other channel, J Card Music. Link in the description, I believe. Elias comes out and starts bullshitting with Dolph Ziggler and the whole 9 yards, and the Manchester crowd starts chanting "Walk with Elias" to the it's a fucking Jack White song. What the hell? Hang on, Jack White. That's not Jack White. What the hell is it called? Zombie. I can't fucking remember, guys. Someone's gonna fucking just destroy me in the comments section about that if I don't get it. But they start singing to that tune. You guys heard it. You know what it is. I can't remember it. I'm a music guy. I can't remember it. I'm embarrassed. But I can't remember what it is. But they start singing to that tune. And I would imagine that's probably going to trend in the shows to come and probably for a while. And it might, maybe, just maybe, it might be Elias's theme music eventually. I don't think he's come out to any music ever before besides his own guitar and him singing. So that could be his music, though. You might just chuck a couple bucks at them and say, we're gonna use the music. Here you go. So we'll see. But anyways, Elias comes down here, starts singing about how Dolph sucks and all that. And then Ziggler's like, why don't you come down here and fight? And Elias is like, I thought you never asked. And blah blah blah. So they go down there. Elias beats him 1, 2, 3. Might start a feud there. Might not. What's gonna happen? But Elias needs to be on the 5-on-5 in the Survivor Series. Has to be. He needs to be there. He's too good not to be in it. Just taking a look here, guys. My bad. I'm still live. Just looking at Twitter here and such. I'll go back over the show in 1 second. I just want to double check some shit here. Alright. I had to double check some shit here, guys. Oh, man. But anyways. We go into the top of the hour at 10 o'clock, I believe. And you get Ronda Rousey promo because Becky Lynch comes out the week before and says how she's going to rip Ronda Rousey's arm off and all that. And hang on, let me just get my camera focused here a little more. Good enough. Yeah, Ronda Rousey comes out, says right in her mouth, just like Becky Lynch did, about how she's the baddest bitch on the planet. And it was pretty good. It was really scripted, but it was pretty good for the most part. She's getting better. She's getting a lot better in the mic. I think she's really good in the ring, but she's getting a hell lot better in the mic. I'm really excited for that match for that Survivor Series, guys. I really, really am. We're gonna have to see how they play this tomorrow night and how they're gonna play it next week on both shows. I think one of them needs to surprise attack one or the other on the show, and maybe next week we do the whole thing where SmackDown shows up on Raw and then Raw shows up on SmackDown. They probably will, but one of them needs to sneak attack one or the other here. Just shit talk this week, to be honest. Just shit talk. But that was it for the most part. And then Nia Jax comes out, and Nia Jax comes out and says after the Survivor Series that she'll be waiting for Ronda Rousey, which no one's surprised about that. It's gonna happen. Probably December pay-per-view or in the Royal Rumble here. But I think Ronda is gonna hold that title till Mania, and I think Charlotte should win the women's Royal Rumble and then have those two wrestle at WrestleMania. That'd be an awesome match. I'll be there to watch it in person, so I hope that happens. But anyways, Nia's gonna come. Nia says she'll be waiting, and whether the December pay-per-view is, they'll wrestle. I'm sure they'll have a blow-off match at Royal Rumble, and that'll be it. That'll be it. But we'll have to see what happens with that. And then Nia comes out. I'm sorry. And then Ember Moon comes out, and Nia Jax and Ember Moon have a match. Nia wins. And supposedly they're still friends in this. I didn't know they were. I thought they were kind of button heads at this point, but Michael Cole said they were friends, I guess. And but Nia beats her, and then Tamina comes out, and then we think they're gonna get a fight between Nia and Tamina, and then Tamina just starts beating the shit out of Ember Moon, and Nia's like, "What are you doing? You can't do that." And then she kind of like loses her fucking mind for a second. She's like, roll over, and then she like just Tamina puts her in like a sharpshooter type thing, or the Walls of Jericho looks like, and then Nia Jax like just elbows her to death. So these two are gonna form a faction, which is alright, whatever. I mean, I would like to see them one-on-one, like just a one-on-one match at a big pay-per-view, but there's gonna be an alliance, and which that kind of leads me to believe that they are going to do the women's tag team titles pretty soon, because I've been seeing a lot of more alliances lately, so I feel like the women's tag team titles are just right around the corner, guys. I think it's going to happen right at the new year. I don't think it's going to happen at the Rumble, could happen at Mania, but I think it's right around the corner, and I think those two are probably going to, if I would imagine those two are probably going to be the first women's tag team champions. Oh yeah, so that's my prediction. I don't know what's gonna happen. I bet you sometime in the next 5 months before Mania, it's probably gonna happen. Lashley versus Balor. I am, like I said earlier, I'm so fucking tired of seeing the same shit over and over and over again. I'm so tired of Finn Balor fucking not doing anything, man. He's too fucking good just to have him in mid-card shit and not have him progress with any storylines. He's just there. He's just fucking there. He's not in any storylines. He's not in any type of main feuds or any type of top card matches. He's not. He's too fucking good not to be there. And I think he needs to go on SmackDown. I think him and AJ Styles should feud. Going to O'Brien, I think he needs a feud over there, because he's not feuding with Seth Rollins. He's not feuding with Drew McIntyre. He's not feuding with Dolph Ziggler. He's feuding with Bobby Lashley, and those matches aren't very good because Bobby Lashley's not very good. He needs to go to SmackDown, man. I hope after Mania they do this draft, and they'll go to SmackDown. But then now people are saying that they're not going to do their brands anymore because they're going to go to Fox. But Finn Balor needs to go over that scene. He doesn't belong on Raw anymore. They're not doing anything over there. He belongs on SmackDown. He deserves to actually be in storylines. He deserves to be near the title frame. WWE, you need to fucking do something else with him, man. He's too fucking good. He's too fucking good. I don't know who won that match because I went to the bathroom to take a shit, and I didn't care who won that match. I did not care. I don't know who won the match. I'm assuming Balor. I could be wrong. I don't care. I don't care who won the match because I don't care what they did with him. I don't care. Lastly, we have, not Lashley, but lastly, we have Drew McIntyre versus Kurt Angle. And how this came about was Drew McIntyre, well, I'm sorry, Baron Corbin took off, like I said earlier, and said that Drew McIntyre is going to take his place versus Kurt Angle. And for the most part, man, Kurt Angle got squashed. I wonder if they're building something up for him. Kind of like a comeback story, because so far Kurt Angle just kind of sucked. I feel like they're doing some sort of comeback stories. He can come back, win these big matches. Maybe he'll be in the 5-on-5, and he'll be the last person to pin someone on SmackDown, and Rob will win. Just some sort of comeback story, man. But for the most part, man, McIntyre just squashed Kurt Angle, talked shit to him in his face, and then it ended with Drew McIntyre giving him an angle slam, and then an ankle lock, man. And then Kurt tapped out, and that was it for the show. So really, I mean, a couple things did happen, but they weren't significant. They weren't like mind blowing. They weren't anything too extreme. I give this Raw probably like a D+. Wasn't very good. I didn't really enjoy it too much. There were a couple parts of it where I thought was good, but again, man, Raw is just almost unbearable, man. You would think it'd be better around this time of the year because Survivor Series and all that, but it's just almost unbearable. And I hate saying that, but it is. No, so I'm not really sure what's gonna happen next with Raw. SmackDown's a show to be, but SmackDown's not very good either. So I hope we just kind of trudge to the rest of 2018, man. And when the Royal Rumble comes around the corner, it just fucking takes off. I hope it does, because I'm so tired of seeing the same shit over and over and over again. I'm tired of being bored. I'm tired of using my phone during these shows. I'm tired of looking through Twitter more on these shows and seeing whatever people are saying. I'm just so tired of it, you know? It's fucking stupid. So I hope after the new year we get something else, man. Just so tired of the same shit over and over. So tired of it. But yeah, man, that's it for Raw. Not really much happened. Couple seeds for storylines here. But man, so far that's really it. It's a shame. I'm just so tired of it, man. So tired of the same shit, same matches, same everything. That's probably it for me, guys. I just want to come up here and rant for about probably a half hour here. So if you guys stuck to the whole thing here, listen to my rant. It wasn't very loud tonight. It wasn't very animated. I got a girlfriend sitting next room over. Can't be too loud. I have to be a little bit respectful here, but when I'm home by myself, I'll be a little obnoxious, be loud, yell a little bit, kick and scream. But sorry, I'm looking at Twitter here just to make sure. I always look at Twitter during this to see if I'm not like missing anything too extreme, so I can discuss it with you all. But so far, nothing really. Just people bitching on about Raw like I am. So I don't blame them. I do not blame them. So that's it for me, guys. I appreciate you guys sticking around here. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe, join my Patreon if you'd like. I like to do this more, kind of like a part-time job. Unfortunately, with YouTube standards, I have to be 1,000 subs. I have to have 4,000 hours of watch time. It's going to be hard for this channel. It's going to be so hard for this channel, but I'm willing to put in the work for it. My music channel, J. Kirk Music, almost has 500 subs. We're getting to 1,000, man. As soon as it hits 1,000, I can start getting a little money into YouTube here. So if you guys liked it and watched the whole thing, thank you so much. Please subscribe. And I will be reviewing SmackDown tomorrow, either tomorrow night or Wednesday afternoon here. So take care, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.